always welcome through your door, but please don't piss us off. Remember, we pay for your floor.
Hello and welcome to the We Pay For Your Floor podcast. I'm Sarah.
I'm Phil.
And I'm Andy.
Not Phil?
No, I'm not Phil.
Okay.
I know my name.
Oh, that's good. So for this is the third series now.
Yes, welcome to a new season, everyone.
So every season we tend to do something slightly different. This season I will actually be kicking off the episodes. God help us all.
Yay!
Except God isn't real.
God isn't real, yeah. Ganesh help us all.
Ganesh! Who's Ganesh?
Isn't she the one, the elephant, or the one with all the
Oh,
arms?
okay, so I just thought you meant some random plonker.
Oh yeah, just the GT owner next door.
Yeah, Ganesh from number 53.
Ganesh from number 53. Ganesh help us.
Karim help us
Karim
all.
help us all.
Oh,
So, to keep in theme with our normal series, I will be introducing the episodes and also be introducing our new bylines for the series. So, we are the Pay For Your Floor podcast.
So we are the
We
We Pay For Your Floor podcast.
You've already forgotten our name.
I've forgotten her name. Who are you?
Great start.
We
In true
gave
Sarah
the one who
fashion.
struggles with nouns.
I
the thing of thinking our
God.
name.
You did.
What mistakes have we made?
Welcome to series 3.
Nouns.
We are the We Pay For Your Floor podcast.
We indeed are.
Yes.
We put the R in autism.
Oh, for fuck's sake! Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! I don't think we can use that.
You know,
Yes, we can.
I've got a better one. I've got a better one.
Okay,
Are you ready?
go on.
Let me just. We are the We Pay For Your Floor podcast. We put the in autism.
Fuck's
All of
sake!
your intro's going to be autism.
For fuck's sake, no!
Ooh.
I thought of that 3/4 of a way through my work day, and I was sat on a call going.
That's wonderful.
Oh, I don't want us to get done for ableism.
I've got another one.
Anything to do with autism?
I've got another one. I've got a whole page.
Of autism. I've got a page of autism.
Famous horse.
I can do a different one if that's if you can't keep that in.
A different autism?
I've got a different autism. I've got several. I don't know which one.
Why have you got a kazoo?
I always have a kazoo.
Can
Continue.
you use any of those?
I can use all of them.
You can use
I
all
don't-
of them.
I don't
Okay,
care.
I'll have more for next time then. Yeah.
I'll use the first one. That almost killed me. Classy.
Excellent.
But before we get any further into your autism page,
Further into getting sued.
how's your floor?
Oh
New
shit.
series, new floor?
Oh, new series, new floor. Yeah. Still there.
For the purpose of the tape, Sarah's rubbing something just below the table. Quite vigorously.
My floor is being a very shit ceiling. Let me just tell you that now.
Yeah.
In fact, it's a poorly designed wall. One could say.
It's a wall created on the wrong plane.
That's it. Yeah.
Well,
It's
we do know that you
horizontal.
struggle with
Yeah.
horizontal and vertical, yeah.
Yeah.
No, she knows it now. That's why she's
I know
showing it
now.
off.
I'm showing it off now.
We should probably close the blinds.
I'm showing off my horizontal. It's Firth Park. Everyone does it.
Everyone knows about your
Everyone's seen
horizontal
your
floor.
horizontal.
Everyone's seen my horizontal.
Oh dear.
Who's kicking us off today?
You?
Is
I
it me?
believe.
No, I don't fucking know.
Or do you want to go first?
Well,
Do you want to?
Sure, right, I'll do a topic, then we've got a game.
Topic!
Right, topic! Right,
Topic.
okay. So, in light of some news that I have a new job.
Ready.
Oh, do you want the tea now? Okay, right, I'll give you the tea.
I'm fucking
I'll
ready.
give you the tea.
You,
okay, I guess I
built
promised
this
you the
up.
tea.
You built this up before the podcast, and now I need the tea.
Right, I'll give you the tea. But I want you to add with it any stories that you have of, like, petty things people have done because you're leaving or when you're leaving a job or something like that. Right. So
I would love this to be a regular segment. Andy's tea or Andy spilt tea. I'd love that. That would be awesome.
Right,
Yeah.
so-
Carry on. Sorry.
on Wednesday, we are, for the purpose of the tape, first one of the season, for the purpose of the tape, we are recording this on Saturday, the 11th of March. On the Wednesday just gone, I handed in my notice because I have got a new job. It's a long
Which is the
story.
same job.
It is the same job.
Yeah.
So I'm working for the same brand, but it's a different company because I'm going to what is called an equity store, meaning it is still owned by the original brand. It's not a franchised one, which is what I used to work at. And I didn't realise that they get very petty if you're leaving a franchise to join the proper one.
Right.
So, I handed in my notice, much to the surprise of some people. The people I work with at my actual store, for the most part, knew that this was coming. I told them I had a job interview, because I didn't want it to come as a surprise to them.
At least the people you liked.
The people I liked, yeah. Fuck the manager. They were very shocked.
Uh-huh.
They private messaged me for the first time in like, oh, I was very surprised when I saw this morning that you were leaving. I really thought you were going to stay and grow here for a while. And I was
I
like,
hate
no.
that. Yeah, bollocks off. Yeah.
Anyway, right. So, for the most part, everyone else has been very, very supportive. Like, they understand why I'm going. It's more money for the exact same job, easy to get to, more benefits. Really, there's no downside apart from the fact that I'll miss some people. But a couple of weeks prior to me even knowing about this job, I told our area manager, who I do like for the record, that I was interested in becoming a supervisor at the store I'm currently at because I need we need the more money, basically.
Yes.
And I sort of left it with her, and she was like, we don't really have the space right now, but if something comes up, then quite possibly. Then we found out that one of our current supervisors is leaving. Like he handed his notice in. I knew it was coming because he told me they had the interview. He told me literally right after the interview he'd got the job, so he was going to be handing his notice in the next day. So then he handed his notice in, and then suddenly all the eyes were on me because I'd said I was interested in becoming a supervisor. So now they're kind of like, rather than trying to hire a new supervisor, they're just trying to hire like base level employees like I am, and then if we need the extra supervisors, they were going to promote me.
Right.
However, a couple of weeks later, obviously, I found out about this job because, for the purpose of the tape, I am very good friends with my ex-manager. We still meet up quite regularly. We went out for dinner a few weeks ago, and while I was out for dinner with her, I mentioned to her that I need the extra money because our rent's gone up, so we need to be able to afford stuff. And I sort of just said to her, if you know of any jobs going, because she also made the move from franchise to equity.
Yeah.
So I said, if you know of any jobs going, any positions going in an equity store that I can get to, would you look into it for me and just let me know? Because if I were to get one, it's even more money than becoming a supervisor where I currently am, because they pay us better. And she was like, yeah, leave it with me. A couple of days later, I get a message from her. So she spoke to her area manager, and she said, right, there's a position open up at this store. It's in Sheffield City Centre. Probably easy for you to get to. It was very, very easy for me to get to. I think it's near your office, actually.
Oh, is it?
Where's
the
your
one
office?
on the moor?
No, it's just up the road from the moor.
Oh, the one
where the Peace
at the top of the
Gardens is.
hill where the Peace Gardens
Yeah,
is.
it's that one.
Oh, nice. I'll come and bug you during
Please do.
lunchtime then. Yeah.
I'd love to see you.
Hi,
Sarah! I'd love to. Please do. I'd love to see you.
By all means, absolutely. I'll be there.
I know you don't really like the coffee, but
I'll
still.
be there. They have good sandwiches though,
And you like hot chocolate.
and I like hot chocolate. So there we go. Yeah.
Anyway, yeah. So, so I was like, yeah, thank you, perfect. She was like, the job goes live tomorrow. Keep an eye out for it and just apply as soon as you can. So I was in work all day the next day. So I finally get on my lunch break, and I've got a few messages from her saying it's gone up, just so you know. So I started trying to look for it, and I couldn't find it. So I just said to her, if you know where it is, can you send it me so I can just start applying now, get it done on my lunch break? Yeah. So she did. I did it all, got it done.
Nice one.
A couple of days later, I got a call from the store manager, and ex-manager had said that they were specifically going to keep an eye out for my application because it wasn't fully a referral, but her area manager knew that one of her old employees was going to be doing this, and she was like, we'll keep an eye out for it and make sure he gets an interview. A couple of days later, I get a call. They offer me an interview for the following Tuesday. Have the interview. I think it went good. I think it went really well. I really, really liked that store manager. Then comes the week of waiting to find out if I got the job or not. Because she said, the latest I found out is Friday. But come about 7 o'clock Friday night, I still haven't heard anything. And they shut at 7, so I was like, why haven't they called me? They really should have called me. Even if I haven't got it, why haven't they called me? Especially considering, like,
said
the people I know, why have they not called me? So I was having a bit of a breakdown on the phone to ex-manager, just saying, why haven't they called me? Have I not got it? Why? Like, surely they should at least call me to tell me they haven't got it. And she was like, it's fine, just message them tomorrow, or call her tomorrow, it's fine. But I was working the following Saturday, so I just messaged her before I went to work, and I just said, hey, any idea when I'll hear from you about this position? She said, I'm really sorry, we meant to call you on Thursday, but we got really, really busy, and then I just never got round to it, and I haven't been in my store since, because she's currently helping to manage the train station one as well. Right. Because I think their manager's off sick. So she goes, I'll call you on Tuesday, that's when I'm next in my store. Like, right, fine, no problem. Gets to Tuesday, and I'm sitting waiting all day, once again, to try and find out what's going on. I drop her a text in the afternoon, just like, I need to know what time you're going to call. So I was totally digging to find out when I'd hear, but I framed it as, I want to make sure that I'm, by my phone and not doing anything around this time, so I actually get your call. She's like, oh, yeah, we're going to try and call you around 4. No problem. Gets to 4:30.
Oh my God.
Like, what's going on? Yeah. And I'm talking to Joe, and Joe's like, she really should have called you back. And I'm like, no, she should have called me back now. Anyway, I get a message from at 4:30. Really sorry, we had a big rush for all of a sudden around 4. Gonna call you in 10 minutes. Right. This is at 4:30. 5:05! I finally get a call. Yeah. And she just goes, yeah, it's good news and bad news. The bad news is the good news is that we really want to offer you the position. And I thought she was going to say the bad news is it's no longer available. I was like, oh, fuck's sake. Yeah. No, turns out she's just like, we just can't offer you the full 30 hours because the guy who's meant to be leaving, his I think they're getting a job with the NHS or something. Right. They were like, it's taking ages to process all his documents and to actually get him hired on. We don't know how much longer he's going to be here with us, but until he goes, basically, I can only offer you 24 hours. Right. So that's absolutely fine.
It's still more pay.
Because it's basically what I'm doing already. Yeah. And it's more pay per hour. Yeah. It's like, why would I not take it regardless? Yeah. So I took the job. Had my notice in the next Wednesday. But now I've given you all the context because I had said to my area manager that I was interested in becoming a supervisor, and now suddenly I've handed my notice in. I was like, I want to make sure that she doesn't think I was being a snake or stabbing her in the back or anything. So I messaged her. She messaged me anyway to say, surprised to hear you leaving, gonna really miss you, being, you're a really great staff member, blah, blah, blah. Really, genuinely nice stuff. But I wanted to clarify that I wasn't trying to stab her in the back. So I just said, just so you know, when I first inquired about this becoming a supervisor, hadn't even looked for anything else, didn't even know about this position. It was only a few weeks later when I was told about this position that I applied and got it, blah, 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 blah. And I was like, I applied because it's more money and I really need as much money as I can get, really. So it's, it's kind of the better option, really. And she was like, no, I understand. But then she started asking questions about how I'd found out about the job.
Ah, right, okay.
And me, being fucking stupid and not thinking that, oh, maybe I should withhold this information, just said, oh yeah, I didn't say ex-manager, I said her name. Yeah. Like, ex-manager, like, told me about it and sent it through to me when I asked her. And she went, oh, who's ex-manager? So I explained, oh, it's the ex-manager who used to manage the store. Yeah. Shouldn't have done that. Because then she gets a message from a completely different manager, nothing to do with any of this, who she just so happened to be friends with back when she was with us, saying, I hear you're poaching staff now.
Oh, right, okay.
So, and I got all the screenshots of all the messages, and it's juicy. Because I'm just going to say my friend, because she's my friend, she's not just my ex-manager, she's one of my close friends now. Yeah. She messaged back, basically saying, well, I'm not poaching your staff. They approached me of their own accord, asking if there are any positions going. All I did was tell them that there was something coming up and help them find it. Yeah. They applied all by themselves. I did nothing to help them. Yeah. I didn't refer them. They got it all through on merit. So I'd appreciate if you keep your nose out. And I was like, ooh!
That was nice.
Yeah. Yeah. But The only reason this other manager could have found out is if my area manager is for some reason put it in a chat or told people and started going around being sneaky saying, oh yeah, well he's only got this because she's sent it in. Which isn't the truth. They don't know the full context. They don't know that I approached first and I asked about it. She helped me because I asked her.
It's not relevant
but
anyway.
At the end of the day,
it's
none of their fucking business.
It's not relevant.
It's not relevant at all.
There's poaching and there's just happen to be paying more than you.
Yeah, well that's the thing. The reason they're up in arms is because it means I'm moving out of the franchise into a proper one. But maybe if they paid us more. I'm on minimum wage where I am right now.
Yeah.
Going over there, I'm going to get paid what?
A little bit more.
But what?
A couple quid extra an hour, something like that.
£1.50 more, something like that an
You've
hour.
got it. You in this economy. On International Women's Day. You have
I had my notes in on International Women's Day.
Oh,
I should have responded with. Why did I not respond with that?
We have the image as well. That's been available for a long time.
Why did I not think to respond with?
Women's
And on
Day.
International Women's Day.
Right. Okay.
But yeah.
And what's happened since then?
Nothing's happened since. I haven't been in because of the snow.
Right.
So I was meant to be in all day yesterday, but then I couldn't because of the snow.
Yeah.
But that's the other bit to it. That's the other bit of gossip I'm getting there.
I'm ready.
Anyway,
I'm prepared.
So then comes yesterday. Now, for those of you unaware, for the purpose of the tape, in the UK, specifically the north of England, it didn't seem to hit the south as much.
No.
But in the north of England, we had very heavy snow yesterday,
Yeah.
out of fucking nowhere.
Yeah.
Just really heavy snow.
Again, just for context, yesterday was the 10th of March.
But like a consistent heavy snow. It literally snowed an entire
Oh, no,
day
it was
and
all
night.
throughout Thursday,
Yeah.
all Friday night,
Yeah.
all Friday morning.
Yeah.
Just heavy snow. So when I woke up at 5 o'clock to go to work yesterday, 5 in the morning, for clarification, I woke up and it was just sheet snow. Like,
And ice.
The roads weren't
Yeah.
even, they'd barely been driven through. It was
Yeah.
all just snow. Which meant all of my buses were cancelled. Taxis were upwards of 30 quid.
Sod that.
And also, who the fuck's driving a taxi in that? Because I
That's why
live
they're
I
30
live
quid.
at the top of a hill as well. Like you know this. We live at the top of a very big steep hill, and no matter which way you go to get towards my work,
yeah.
you have to go down a very steep hill.
Yeah.
So I wasn't walking it, not in that snow. That's
Nope.
a death trap waiting to happen.
Yep.
Couldn't get a taxi. I
Yep.
couldn't afford to even if I wanted to.
Nope.
And none of the buses were running. So I stood by the bus stop. Overall, I came back for a bit and then went back out to see if something turned up.
Yeah.
Overall, I was there for nearly an hour waiting
Yeah.
for a bus to turn up that
Yeah.
never came.
No.
And in the end, I just called the area manager and said, I can't get into work. I'm
No.
sorry, but I've got no way to get in.
Yeah.
I've got no buses are running. I can't walk it.
Yeah.
It's normally an hour walk without the snow.
Yeah, you
but
can-
with the snow.
And you'll break something on the way.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So I was like, I can't get to work.
Imagine Jenkin in the snow.
Exactly.
Imagine
exactly.
flying all that way.
I even specified which hill it was that I lived near, just to really hammer it in how dangerous it was
yeah,
going to be.
fucking Jenkin Hill is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I was like, can't walk it. There's no buses. Taxis, if they are running upwards of 30 quid, I can't come into work. I'm very sorry. And she was like, yeah, that's absolutely understandable. Fair enough. At least you've tried. Thank you for actually trying to get in. I was like, yeah, no problem. Left it at that. Got about 6, 7 messages throughout the morning. Can you come in yet? Can you come in yet?
Wow.
Any buses? Can you come in yet?
No, they
There's
were cancelled all day, weren't they?
Supervisors on. My buses were cancelled until like 2 o'clock in the afternoon.
Yeah.
But even then, once I found out they were uncancelled, I'd been asleep. I'm not gonna lie. I got to about 11 o'clock,
Yeah.
staying awake, checking
Yeah.
the buses, and then
Yeah.
I was like,
Going
they're
back to
not
bed.
uncancelling these.
Yeah.
I went back to sleep.
Good grief.
Woke up some messages. Can anyone come in, please? He's on
Yeah.
his own because one of the supervisors had managed to get in because he got a tram.
Yeah.
And I was like, buses. I checked. And I was like, as of the latest update, all my buses are still cancelled.
Yeah.
Can't get in. I'm sorry.
Because most of the trams were working, unless it was from like through the city, was apparently fine, but from the Sheffield station
Yeah.
out, that was all.
Yeah, it really was, especially, yeah.
So yeah, so many messages being like, oh please, please can you come in? I can't. I have no way to get there.
Yeah, yeah.
And by the time that my buses had opened up, by the time I got there, it would have been about 3 o'clock in the afternoon.
Yeah,
I'd have
yeah,
been there
so
for all of 2 hours,
Yeah,
maybe.
exactly, yeah.
And I was like, there's really no fucking point.
No, just, yeah.
So in the end, I didn't go into work yesterday.
Yeah.
But I did also get 3 different messages asking if I could go in today.
Right.
And I was like, no. Because as of today, I'm now off for about 9 days. So I've got all next week booked off.
Also, I tell you what, they think that you manipulated the weather immediately after giving in your
After-
notice.
yeah.
I bet they're sat there thinking he's not going to come back now. They think you orchestrated it all. Do you know what I mean? Because it's 2 days before you know what I mean?
2 days after my notice.
And,
Yeah.
and it's your annual leave, and do you know what I mean?
But
So
as I was just to finish off the story as well, though. So when I gave my notice period only has to be a week, but I'm running it until the end of the month because I'm giving them a chance to find someone else, and I want a chance to be able to prepare myself to have to say bye to everyone.
Yeah.
Because I'm a bit of an emotional person, I'm gonna cry, but I want to be ready for that.
yeah,
So I've given them until the very last day of the month. So 31st of March is when I officially leave there, and
Yeah.
I'd start at the new place at the start of April. If they continue to be bitchy,
Arsey,
make
yeah.
comments, anything like that, I will just run my notice short.
Yeah.
I only have to be there a week.
yeah, exactly.
And technically, my week
Your
runs
annual
into my
leave.
week off.
Yeah, exactly.
So, if they continue to do stuff like that, make comments or like ask me questions about it, I will just leave.
yeah,
And there is nothing they can do about it.
no.
But
So yeah,
plus,
that's what's been going on.
That's some good tea. I enjoyed that.
plus, Sarah, you're a manager. How many people, both when you've been a manager or not,
Yeah.
have you seen who hand in a notice and then just don't bother
Lots
working
of
that
people,
notice period?
lots of people.
But I'm
and there's
actually
nothing we
doing
can
my
do.
notice period.
Yeah, and there's
I'm doing an extra long
there's
notice period.
more often than not, there's nothing they can do.
Yeah.
There's absolutely nothing they can
Feels
do.
like the worst
Apart
they
from
can
just
come
not
back and
pay
say-
you for that week.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they
and
can
that's
either not
it.
pay you off, just you're
Yeah.
gonna fire me. You can't.
Yeah, exactly. Well, it's not just that. It's about, like, technically, it's against your contract. They could technically sue you, but for what? 1 week's wage?
1
2 weeks'
week's wage,
wage?
yeah,
4 weeks'
just
wage,
don't
depending
pay
on
them.
your notice period.
Yeah.
And there is absolutely no fiscal reason why you would do that. Do you know what I mean? Because
Yeah,
it makes
would
no sense.
cost them more.
It would cost more to do
pursue
that.
anything like that.
Exactly. So, yeah. So,
Unless they want to be really petty.
but also, like, you know, you can leave a workplace amicably. It is physically possible to leave a workplace saying, actually, this isn't offering the development opportunity, or I'm changing jobs, or, you know, I want to be an artist, or, you know, I want to be a musician. You know,
Well,
you can
I want
leave
to
amicably.
leave amicably. I
Yeah.
don't want to leave with any drama. I want
Yeah.
to leave amicably and
Yeah.
have good memories and, you know, a good standing
Yeah.
with the place I'm at currently.
Yeah.
But if this is how they're going to behave...
That's the problem with family-run businesses. If it's just a corporate, they go, okay, yeah, black and white, here's your contract, la 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 la. In family-run countries, family-run countries such as North Korea, political.
Excellent.
They take it really personally, so they get really fucking snidey. But yeah, no, there's nothing they can do. That's what happens with retention rates. If your retention rate's shite, start looking inward.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I like it.
But
I
they
like
don't,
it.
they don't like that though.
No, because then it's their
That,
fault.
that seems as though there's a problem with them, and there can't
Exactly,
be a problem
exactly.
with them, or they are good.
Just going off your, I'm sorry, Andy, have you finished your story there?
Yeah, go on.
Yeah, we did, just recently I did one-to-ones, so once a month we do feedback for agents, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
Literally every fucking month. We do feedback, and one new starter's just coming in. This month was her first, like, proper one-to-one after her probationary period ended. And she's come from Ant Marketing.
Oh, I remember them.
What's Ant Marketing?
Ant Marketing
Ant
is
Marketing
hell on
was
earth,
a-
is what it is.
Ant Marketing is a company that was set up by the uncle of the guy who ran Voice. He actually got a
Bad.
loan from the guy
They are
Oh.
fucking horrible. They
to
are
set up
fucking
Voice.
horrible. And Voice is bad, and
Yeah.
so is Ant Marketing. But they are extremely toxic. They are extremely money driven. Their retention rate is terrible. They've got such a high turnover rate. Their morals and their ethics are just abysmal. They are an awful company to work for. And bless her, she struggles with English as well because she is from India. I don't know specifically where in India. But English is her second language. So she struggles that way. And she's such a lovely person. She's so like... She's not confident in any of her skills, but she's very, very competent, very, very clever. She speaks French fluently. She's very clever. She's very lovely. And it was we had a one-to-one, and I was going through it, and I was like, right, okay, excellent. Need a bit of work here. Excellent. She had a really good one-to-one, the best one-to-one in the entire group, to be honest. And bless her, she was like, okay, well, what do I need to do better in? I was like, there's nothing. You've done really well here. You've done really well here. You've done really well here. And I gotta say, she's so used to. She says, actually, I was really, really scared because I thought this would be like you were telling me off or something, or I thought I'd done something wrong, or I thought I needed to improve. I was like, no. These one-to-ones are supposed to be for both. It's supposed to be, here's your targets, here's you're not meeting them. How can we make that better? And recognizing what you have done. That's the point of these. The point of these is to have you've done well, here's your improvement, you've done well, here's your improvement, or you've done well, you've done well, you've done well. The point isn't to punish you, it's not to punish you, it's to recognise and it's to develop. It's a one-to-one, a feedback. A manager isn't supposed to whip you in the middle of the street, they're supposed to help you grow and develop, and that's what a good manager is. And bless her, she was almost in tears, because she was like, she was waiting for me to say, but, and every time I finished a sentence, she was like,
yeah, just sort of expecting.
Just waiting for it. I was like, these are absolutely fantastic. These stats are actually better than a lot of our frontline staff. Here's my say in it, all the, contribution to the team, her attitude, la 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 la. I was like, oh, it's real good.
Aww.
And she's like, literally almost crying.
Like waiting for the
waiting
bad news.
for me.
So when are you gonna fire me?
Yeah, basically. And she's like, I just feel that I'm just waiting for you to tell me what I need to do. I was like, you're doing everything right.
Aww.
Yeah, just carry on doing what you're doing.
But that is, as much as like sometimes I moan about the place I work for, it's the individuals, the business culture itself. They work very hard on making sure it's not web help. It's web help. It's not ant marketing. It's not voice. It's not just a contact center. It's like, it's supposed to be a problem, and that's good management. And if they're being petty, that's not good management. Anyway, sorry. That off you there.
No, that was a wonderful segue.
Stories about like funny moments or pettiness when you've left jobs or anything like that?
Not that I can think of, because every time I've left a job, I've either been fired for very reasonable reasons,
what did you do?
or I left to go to a company that later fired me for very reasonable reasons.
What did you get fired for? I can't remember.
Did you streak, Phil? Did you streak?
I know you got fired from Voice.
I got fired from Voice because I just didn't care anymore.
Isn't that all their stuff?
My old Voice team leader came into work last week. Look at getting dressed. I saw her and I went, why do I know? I was on the coffee machine. I just sort of side-eyed her and went, I know you from somewhere. And then it came back and I was like, oh fuck. Still shit.
So what? You just didn't care anymore?
No, I just didn't care because we were working for Domestic and General, which was, it wasn't insurance. It was extended warranties.
Right. Okay.
So they had like partnerships with like white goods, like washing machines.
Ah, right.
Like
Okay.
that.
Domestic.
Or anything that you buy from Argos.
Oh, really?
And you take out the extended warranty on a thing from Argos.
Mm.
That goes straight to Domestic and General.
Oh, really?
Or at least it did when we worked there. And they. It's just this. Oh my god! I don't give a flying fuck about it anyway. But it was the dullest, most mind-numbing piece of shit. A lot of it was outbound as well.
Yeah.
So you'd be chasing up on people where their extended warranty was about to lapse or it had run out.
Right.
The best one was when we were calling up people 2 or 3 years after their warranty had lapsed on a product they'd bought.
Yeah.
And we were calling them to see if they now wanted to take out an extended warranty on it.
Right.
Is that... No.
No. It's 2 years later.
No. Is that calling up like little old Doris about her vacuum cleaner she bought from Argos half a decade ago. I was like, do you want to put an extended warranty on it? No, it broke and I don't even have it anymore.
Oh shit!
That was the vast majority of things. Obviously, there was like bigger things like TVs and fridge freezers and stuff like that people were more inclined to take cover on. But it was so shit.
Were you just giving people like free warranties and stuff?
Oh no, nothing was free.
Oh right, okay.
The prices were really stupid.
Yeah.
I can't remember any of them. I just remember that. Why would anyone pay this much a month?
Oh shit.
For a vacuum cleaner? No. Is that it gets to the point where I'd see certain types of calls come up and it's like, no. If the person did answer, it's like, hi, my name's Phil. I'm calling from Domestic and General. I'm calling about your washing machine.
I don't know the washing machine.
Don't lie. Do you want to take out an extended warranty on it? No. Okay. Bye.
Oh right. Okay. Nice.
Or there was the point. This is why I got fired.
Okay, excellent.
They didn't mind so much about the shitty attitude because everyone in Voice has a shitty attitude.
Yes.
Apart from there was a nice group of us who would just talk utter shit.
Yes.
It was the only way to get through the day.
Right.
We had to be insane, otherwise we wouldn't survive. There was a time where I found this earlier today actually. I was just looking back through random shit on my hard drive. I have a photo of a whiteboard, because we all had these whiteboards that we could make notes of, like what different policies we were wanting, what items we were insuring. I never used that because I would just do everything on my computer in Notepad and copy and paste
How
it as
many
needed.
horses did you draw on it?
We used to make up fake movie posters.
Oh, that's cool.
There was a one where we made up a movie poster for B-Movie 2.
Okay.
And it's just a giant bee above the Earth with nukes going off around the globe.
So you got fired for that?
No.
Oh.
Well, we got fired for... That's how we got through the day.
That's just day to day, yeah.
I got fired for call avoidance.
Oh, wow, yeah, that's
because
like
I was doing stuff like this and just hanging up on customers when they came through. Because it's like...
You are living the dream, Phil.
I was.
We all want to do that.
I got to the point where I really did not care anymore. If I saw a certain product come up and was like, I'm not going to be able to get anywhere with this. This is going to be just, at best, 10 minutes of my life wasted if they decide to talk to me.
Mm-hmm.
At worst, 30 seconds of my life wasted because they won't talk to me. So it's like, no one's going to want to do anything with this. Bye. It's like, you can't keep doing this. It's like, we're going to have to investigate this.
Oh, fair enough.
We're going to have to let you go. It's like,
Yeah.
and also,
Peace.
all throughout the investigation hearing, the sort of like little, because they initially presented all the evidence to me, they suspended me, and then they brought me back in for an interview.
Yeah.
And at the evidence presentation, they're like, we understand, this job is not the easiest, it can be a bit stressful, and you're a really hard worker, blah, 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 blah. And if you sort of like plead your case, and it was a mistake, and, and that you're really sorry, and that you won't do it again, blah, blah, blah. The guy who's conducting your interview after this will probably be able to take you back.
Yeah.
I was stone-faced throughout that entire interview. I gave zero fuck.
That's proper gangster, that, Phil.
I just said, so you did this? I said, yes. I didn't
He wanted
care.
you to grovel.
I
That's what he
did not
wanted.
care that I was losing employment and that it was going to put us in a bit of a shit situation.
For a little bit.
Fortunately, the day I lost that job was the day Andy got his job at Voice at the other branch, working for O2.
I love that.
So that was a weird day.
That's great. That, and there weren't any pettiness after.
No, there wasn't any pettiness.
Like,
it was just me not giving a fuck.
Yeah, that's proper. That's really shitty workplace. I'm sorry. There's, what I mean. If you've got more people leaving than you have, staying, then.
You can probably attest to that. Even though you weren't with them at the other branch very long, the turnover is not good.
People were coming and going.
Yeah,
really
that's sad. Really.
I think I told the story in the podcast already, but I had one guy who sat next to me in training on the very first day who never came back from the lunch break.
Yeah. We recently, I'll be very vague about this because this person's probably very dangerous. I told you about the recent person that we had
Is this the Geordie
employed.
person?
No.
Oh, no. I remember he was a bit of a nut job.
Did I not tell you about the most recent nut job?
No.
The one who said that we are all living in a tissue box environment.
Yes.
And we didn't want to be led down the Denu. And he is in fact an organic person. And we're living in a glass box. And England is North Korea. What was the other things he said?
Given the news recently, some of it is going that way.
He's fucking insane. But yeah, we have had our fair share of individuals coming in and going. But we just don't tend to have the same turnover that a lot of other companies in my experience have had. But
Oh my god.
Yes.
That, speaking of nut jobs,
yes,
has just reminded me. You remember? I don't mind naming the company because they don't exist anymore.
Okay.
But you remember when we worked on Bright House together?
Yes.
And they had the redress training.
Yeah. Oh, are you talking about that weird ass woman?
Yes.
Oh my god, that strange woman.
Who couldn't pass her basic
No,
She couldn't pass her calls.
I do not know why she was a trainer. I don't understand.
Oh, no, not the trainer.
Not the trainer.
Not the trainer.
Which one?
There was a person in the training who was utterly bizarre, and she couldn't complete pass out because she kept arguing with the people when doing the practice calls.
Oh, I can't remember.
It was wonderful. She was like, even the most simple thing of like, I'm calling from Bright House. You're due X amount in redress for your account. This is the amount. Your check will be with you in the post within such and such time frame. She couldn't even say that. She kept arguing and elaborating on information that wasn't relevant back to the trainer.
Are you on about Sandra?
I don't know her name.
Did you one that had the special chair and tried to steal a special chair?
No,
she got sacked.
No, maybe. All I can remember is this wild, long black hair, and she looks a bit like, I can't think of the name.
I can't remember. But
no,
go on.
She wasn't really there for long, from what I can remember.
She wasn't really. She was a mirage.
What I do remember is after we all started redress, she was still in training, trying to do her pass out calls.
Shit.
For about 2 or 3 weeks, and then she was never seen again.
She disappeared into the walls.
Yeah, she's just. She would ask the most bizarre questions during training that had no bearing on the company, what we were doing, or anyone in the room.
Wow.
And she would just, like, I don't understand, because you were there.
I don't remember her at all. If I saw her face, I might remember her.
But you were there for redress. You
Yeah, I
remember
was there
how
for redress.
fairly straightforward it was,
Yeah,
apart from the few
He's just
argumentative
13 pence
people.
in the post.
Like the few argumentative people we got who were not happy with either the amount or that their check wasn't arriving.
Yeah.
The guy who threatened to go in and smash up a Bright House shop because he didn't receive his check.
Yeah.
And then there was raucous rounds of applause when one of the managers said, Mr. Twatface has got his check.
There was the woman that, she was going through collection support training, and she just couldn't get things right, and it got to a point she had really thick glasses, she wore sandals all the time, and she had a special chair, and she had a stick sometimes, and she pretended that she had a leg issue, but she ran across the floor really well when she needed to go on a break or a lunch.
I love that she would come in for maybe a week or two when her sick leave was running out.
Yeah.
Because the managers would have to get in contact with her.
Yeah.
And say, you do realise that this so she'd come in, she'd work a couple of weeks, and then she'd somehow have to go off sick again. Yeah,
that's what she did. But she got sacked and she tried to steal the special chair. I mean, literally, do you remember Cuts? Do you remember Cuts? She had to physically run after her because she literally wheeled the chair off the call floor, through the scanning bar.
That's amazing.
Through to reception, and she's walking away, and the manager went, "You don't own that chair. What the fuck are you doing?
We assigned it to you specially for your bullshit lies."
Exactly. This is the one that came in with like designer bags and stuff and claimed that she didn't have any money and stuff. Yeah.
Oh yeah. That she was always moaning that she had no money, but she never turned up for work.
No, exactly. But then turned up with a designer bag, or had said that she went shopping on a sick leave. Oh yeah, it's great. I think seeing it from a manager's point of view now, it is interesting because, sick leave and that there are genuine people out there. There are people that milk it, and there are people that just aren't. And this is why I will never be above where I am now, because I will literally go, "Are you though?"
Really?
Do you know?
Come on.
Come on, I've done that before. Do you know what I mean? I've done bullshitter. Do you know what I mean? I can't be... To be a manager, you can't, like, say what you're thinking. And most of the time... That's all I do. I am pure thought. That's all I... Well...
and the occasional noises and smells.
The noises and smells.
You are pure.
I am pure smell. So
She's
whenever
fucking not.
So whenever someone says something, I literally go, "Well, that's bollocks, isn't it?" Oh shit. Literally.
What the fuck are you talking about?
Wait, you were walking last week. What happened? Do you know what I mean?
What was your question that you had?
So this is my question that I didn't Google, and I wanted to know the answer. So, why mountains cold when closer to the sun?
Because down on the ground we have these things like radiators and heaters and coal power stations and all of that. Up in the air, you don't have a radiator. The top of a mountain is up in the air. So
you telling me
if we stuck a radiator on Mount
stuck some
Everest...
central heating through mountains, they'd be warmer?
Definitely.
No, but really though.
If we put a combi boiler...
If we got a combi boiler...
On Ben Nevis...
Just one hot water bottle at a time.
Yeah.
Slowly but surely.
Yeah. If we boil a kettle...
Boil a kettle.
Do you want a
Speaking
genuine...
of which...
Do you want
if you
love
boil
a
a
genuine
kettle
answer.
up
Yeah.
a mountain, like Everest or something like that, it boils at a lower temperature because of the atmosphere.
Yeah, so that was going to get to the serious answer.
Okay.
Because of the atmosphere, the higher up you go, the thinner the air, so
Yeah.
it retains less heat.
So it's
So
to
the
do
air
with
is thinner.
Thinner. So are we saying that heat can only be... well, that makes no
Heat
sense.
is a social
No,
construct.
well, that makes no sense because the sun is hot. Ain't no air there.
The sun's a long way away.
Yeah, but it's also no air around it. So by that logic, if it's to do with less air...
Sarah.
What?
It's a ball of gases.
Yeah? It's a little bit prejudice.
Which includes gases that make up air.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, it's burning oxygen, isn't it?
Yeah.
yeah. And hydrogen.
So it's to do with the thinner the air,
The higher up you go
the less
with
air.
the atmosphere,
Okay,
the
yeah.
air is thinner so it can retain less of the sun's heat.
So when we say air, are we saying that it's oxygen in particular? Are we saying it's nitrogen
Just
in particular?
all the gases.
Just
Just
air in
all the
general.
gases.
Just
There's
air in
less
general.
gas.
Yeah.
So less, and heat is retained in air.
That's why it's harder to breathe as well, because the air is
Oh,
thinner. so
I
it's
know
less to
you
take
need
in.
air to breathe. I know that. I'm on about. I thought heat was an entity on its own. I didn't realise
So-
that it was.
Think of it this way. Up at the top of a mountain,
Yeah.
the air is so thin it's like a fishing net. It's
Yeah.
something covering the world,
Yeah.
but it's got a lot of big holes in it.
Yeah.
Closer to the... as you go further down
It's
the mountain...
more of a
closer-
sieve.
It's by the time you reach ground level, it's a blanket. It's
Yeah.
something nice and thick and warm that keeps all the air in.
Right.
Keeps all
That's
the
why
heat
when
in.
it gets really hot around here, it usually feels really muggy and sweaty.
Because
So,
we're trapped
but
in a
that's
blanket.
but that's moisture, isn't it?
Moisture can
Doesn't
become
use my words. Doesn't necessarily mean there's more air. That in that
No,
sense
the
would be
air's
more
thicker.
moisture.
The air's thicker due to the humidity.
Yeah.
Or the humidity...
Basically,
Miles.
the
Still
higher
don't
up the
get it.
mountain you go, the thinner the air means it can hold less heat because there's less of it to retain the heat.
Okay. Can we Google it still, please?
We can Google it, but
I
it's
still
going to
wanna-
give you the same
I'm
answer.
not saying it's wrong. I'm just asking what the. 'Cause-
Why are mountains cold? Generally, the climate of some mountains get progressively colder with increased altitude. This happens because as altitude increases, air becomes thinner and is less able to absorb and retain heat.
Oh, okay. Doesn't make sense to me still. I don't know why.
And low air pressure. Air expands as it rises, and the fewer gas molecules, including nitrogen, oxygen, and carbon dioxide, have fewer chances to bump into each other, creating less energy.
Oh, okay. So, okay, that makes sense. Okay.
That's why Google says it.
So it's not necessarily the retention; it's more the interaction between the molecules of air.
Because there's less molecules.
Yeah,
overall,
no, that makes sense to me.
But
Okay.
that's also why it retains less, because there's less of it to
to
retain
it. Yeah. No, that makes sense. Okay, that makes sense. Thanks.
There you go. Basically, mountain, air, skinny bitch. Down on here, air, thick.
With two C's.
Yeah. There you go. Sarah learned something today. Well, this episode just turned into me ranting about work for ages and then you guys chiming in.
Absolutely. Everyone's got to rant about work.
If you like, I do have a little news time to check this out.
Yes!
Beep, beep, beep.
So, this one comes to us from the Courier Evening Telegraph. I believe it's a Scottish news website. St Andrew's beer garden plan delayed amid fears for pedestrians and blank.
Pizza Express workers.
A Pizza Express worker's not wait, what?
It was Prince Andrew, wasn't it?
Oh, St Andrews.
Oh!
The place.
Oh!
The place.
Oh!
St Andrews.
Sorry.
No one's making him a saint.
Sorry! I just assumed Prince Andrew was like, make a Pizza Express joke, make a Pizza Express joke.
No, this is a beer garden in St Andrews.
Okay.
The plan
Why
for the
were you
beer
in
garden
Andrew?
delayed. It's a place called St Andrews. No.
Is it like Gretna Green but Saint?
Gretna Green. Call the happy scene.
What the
What a picture,
fuck?
what a picture, what a picture.
For the purpose of the tape, Sarah's having a stroke.
Sticking in Your Family album. You not heard that song before? Sticking in Your Family album. You not heard that one?
No!
No? Okay.
I don't know what the fuck you're on
Oh,
about.
wait, I'm gonna get you.
She's still having a stroke.
Our next episode will record it live from A&E.
Welcome to the We Pay For Your Full podcast, live from the Northern General Hospital.
Welcome to
What a picture.
Welcome to We Pay For Your
Oh, no, I
session.
know that.
Stick It In Your Family album.
Yes,
That
okay,
one, yeah.
okay.
You got it now. You got
Yes.
it. Wait, let me just get past
Your insane ramblings all confused me.
Wait, this. What a picture. What a picture. Bum, bum,
Is
bum,
this
bum,
not
bum.
like Gretna
Stick It In
Green?
Your Family album. Yeah, because a lot of people got married in Gretna Green.
Yeah, no, it's still a thing.
Yeah, that's what I mean. You said Gretna Green. My
Okay.
brain went, I know that!
Gettysburg.
So,
ADHD.
Gettysburg.
so back to St Andrews and their beer garden plan. The beer garden plan delayed amid fears for pedestrians and blank.
Wildlife.
In a
Elephant.
way,
Man fucking leaves.
no.
Man in a sheet.
If it helps, it's not living wildlife.
Taxidermy.
No, a bit older than that.
Zombie wildlife.
The dead.
The dead.
I mean, if it's not living, then
Inanimate animals.
in a way, another word for that.
Okay.
Statues.
It's sort of
Mollusks.
Mumps.
Mumps.
fossilized fish.
Why,
St
Phil?
Andrews Beer Garden plan delayed amid fears for pedestrians and fossilized fish.
Why?
I don't know. I didn't take the rest of the story.
Well, that's a stupid
But
idea.
like pedestrians are carrying. There's an epidemic of pedestrians pinching fossilized fish, or there's fossilized fish
What
in the
type
walls.
of fish?
There's
Fossilized
Huh?
fish.
Pike.
If you
Turbot.
want, you can go to the Courier Evening Telegraph website. This was an article from the 9th of March 2023 at 4:09 p.m. by Claire Warrender, and that's all the information that I have for it. Literally, that is the entire screenshot of the article that I have there.
excellent.
So that'll do.
Do you want to take it
Yeah,
out?
absolutely. And on that bombshell,
Ba-da-ba.
I've been Sarah,
I've been Andy.
I've apparently been Phil.
and I will fuck off and endeavour to be the best neighbour I could ever be.
You
You
better,
better,
because we pay for your floor. Gretna Green.